from Franchise Live. Don't get it twisted and keep it up. We be back with more hot videos for the power of Franchise Live. One.
Some of the biggest celebrities I have on the show. Well, my most precious, I love this interview and I cherish it, is when I interviewed Miss Wallace, Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mother, Biggie Small's mother, because, you know, as we know, Biggie is one of the greatest rappers of all time. And for me to sit down for a whole hour with Biggie Small mom, it's just like memorable. You know what I mean? I would never forget that. We was on her tour bus. She's promoting Biggie books. She wrote a book about Biggie. And we sat down and we really busted up, man. She hugged me at the end, gave me a kiss, signed the book to me, and she said, Ronnie, I love you. I was like, oh.
Look, man, check this out. Man, I'm lost for words. Now, y'all know I don't know be lost for words, but tonight, Miss Wallace is on the show. And you don't know who that is? That's Biggie's mom, man. Feel the power, man. Feel the energy. I'm so elated to have a person of the statue on my show tonight, man. Like, this is, man, it don't get no bigger than this. It can't. I don't care what interview I do, it will never get bigger than this, than Biggie mom, all right? So without a doubt, Miss Wallace, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Oh, man, I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
You know what I mean, look, Biggie was a great inspiration to everybody, the whole world. Not just New York, Philly, you know, Washington, D.C. I'm talking about the whole world, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And for a man that had that much power and respect, you know what I mean, lyrical-wise, charisma-wise, it came from you. How does it feel to have a son of that stature?
See, to you, he was an artist. To me, he was just my son.
Okay.
So I don't look at him as of the power. I look at him as my son. And that feels very good.
Okay. You know, my mom told me that same thing too. She's like, man, I don't look at you as a TV or something. You know, the day she made something like, pow, you know what I mean? Now, would that inspired you to have anything with you, inspired you to write the book, like got the fire star for you, like, let me write the truth, because there's so much fabricated, stuff out there about Biggie that's not true, and sometimes, you know, to learn the truth, you gotta learn it from the source.
Well, there's a lot of books out there.
Okay.
And since I came out with the book, I've seen a couple that I've never seen before, never knew of it. But they wrote about Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, wrote about music, but I have to write about my son and about me. Because after my son's death, I lost my identity. I was no longer Miss Wallace. I was Biggie's mom. So, you know, I wanted Christopher's audience to know a little about Valletta Wallace, and that's why I wrote the book.
Yeah.
First, because when I first got on Roku, see, they asked Lee to bring 5 shows to the Roku channel, and Roku was a baby then, and they chose Franchise Live out of 5 shows, and the rest of them, they weren't even from this country. So I'm the only person that TV started up, invested money in, and put money into me and put me on, you know, for that. And I want to thank, you know, TV Star. It's very important to thank TV Star for looking out for me. Good looking. I love that energy that they bring to the show.
His energy level was always high. He hit you with the questions, you know what I'm saying? He got jokes, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made him so special. You know what I mean? I think that made him so special and so different. And just having that personality, got a very big personality, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what made Ron different. Like, that definitely made him different. He was like totally different from grew up in hip hop. You had him in the studio. I seen his transformation from when he was a kid to a grown man. He got a deal. He's putting out music. He's signed. Your whole life was dedicated to hip hop. And for me, on the outside looking in, I see that this makes you happy and this is what you really want to do. And you shot for it. You went for it. Continue to do your thing. I'm always love you. You're going to be my man forever. You know what I'm saying? High energy. Man, this is from your man Tizzy, Tank. So I remember we had like this mixtape and we was trying to get on. We was kids, you know, real young kids or whatever. And Ron was like, yo, come up to my DJ, come up to my crib. I got this pirate radio station where he would play like new hip hop and stuff like that. So Ron on the turntables, you know how animated he is. He scratching, he turning around. He like, yo, son, word, son. And like from there, man, we became friends. Anything that I had, like far as like I used to have like beef and beers and anything that I had, little parties and stuff like that, I invite Ron.
Show, and my man Mike Braxton took me down to Gene Carrot Channel 7 and made it happen. So I was on TV. When Gene first signed me, he put me on 4 hours a night, 7 days a week. And woo, that was love. That was love. That was franchise live. And I have a passion for it because I'm a motorcycle rider. I sold my motorcycle for $6,000, and I took every penny of it and got my man Big Star to produce my first TV show, and he did an excellent job. Took it down to Channel 7, and they put me on. And so I just love music. My son Young Hitter is into music. He's a rapper, and I just love music. My passion for music began from when I was in my dancing days. I want a Philadelphia legend when it come down to dancing. So.
What's up? What's up, girl? Show me that swag. What's up, bro?
Man, working hard, man. You see all black party, man, Deshaun Jackson. Turn it up. That's what we do, man. We got the single out right now with Pusha T. That's what we do.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Niggas started from the bottom, now we here.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Now the whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Niggas started from the bottom, now we here.
To get what you want.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Can't no nigga outwork me. That's why I can dance like this.
I do a lot of my interviews when they come to town. I actually be on the list to do an interview, and I do it at some of the most expensive hotels in the Philadelphia area because it's like a major artist when they come through. I don't do spot interviews. I hate spot interviews when you got to run up and say, "Hey man, can I get an interview real quick?" No, I don't do that. For me to interview you, you must have me on a guest list, and I time allotted for me to ask my questions. So that way the artist is more focused on you instead of looking around like this when you're trying to interview them.
Yo, Trey Songz, you doing all, son?
You know what it is, cuz.
Yo, man, I've been following you since you came out, man. And everything you touch is hot to death.
I appreciate
How you
it.
keep it like that, man?
I just do me, bro. You know what it is.
Yeah, man.
Everything I touch, I try to make sure I put 100% and put all me on.
You do. I mean, I can see it. Now, and you do some hot collaborations too, man. Like the joint you did with Saigon.
Yeah.
So much pain in my life.
Yeah,
Yo,
big shout out Saigon too, man.
man, I ran that video in a hole. I ran so much, people was like, "Yo, man, you running it too much right now."
you running the Saigon too,
Yo,
bro.
man, that joint is hot to death, son.
I appreciate
A lot of young people look up to you, Trey. A lot of people love you to death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I told a couple of chicks I was coming to interview, they fell out for me just saying it.
Yeah.
I said, you know, I'm interviewing today, Trey Songz. They was like, ah! I was like, so look, talk to the camera right now, and like, what can we do to curb some of this youth violence in the
Hey man, real talk. I mean, differences can be put aside. Once you take somebody's life, ain't no coming back from that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't wish death upon nobody, and that's an issue way too serious to be playing around with. It's a lot of young cats out there that think it's cool because it's cats in raps talking about it. A lot of these dudes in raps ain't toting no guns and shooting nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They just talking about it. So what I say to you is, you know what I mean, stay true to your heart, baby. It's okay to be you, and it's okay not to be a gangster. You know what I mean? Defend yourself. you do what you got to do, because you in the hood, real talk. That's what it is. If you in the hood, you in the hood. But, you know what I mean, baby, it's another way out, objectively. And in the end of it all, you want to be out the hood. So mentally, take yourself out of that mind state, and you can be doing so many more great things, because ain't nowhere to end up but in the pen or 6 feet under. You want to live your life, baby. Real talk.
So I did a lot of events in Philly, Wild Course Center, you know, all over the place. Temple Radio Station, my major colleges in Philly, I do my events from, but mostly they're at hotels with me and just the artists, nobody else. All right, and my crew, Trizzy the Mouth, you know, Boss Suey.
Yo, what's up, LO Duff? This is the boy Ronnie Round Franchise, live back. Those hot videos. Live on the show tonight. We got the legendary Kid Capri, man. Yo, Kid was the first one that started off on TV. Def Jam Comedy, MTV. Yo, he was DJ for Marcia Stewart, son. Now, if you do that, you got to be the king. So you got the hat on right now. What's up, Kid? Yo, Kid, man, I'm so honored to have you on here tonight. So tell the people why you in Philly, man.
Well, I came to rock with my man Cash Money. You know, he's a legend in the game, and you know, so I wanted to come through. I was proud that he called me to ask to do it. You know, we do shows all around the country. So when I get a chance to do something like this, I try to get to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We decided to do our thing.
Right. You know what? I was telling people all day that you was gonna be here. Everybody was like going crazy. Like I said, yo, Kid Capri gonna be in Philly. I say, what? I said, come down and see him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a true legend. And I watched you for years on TV, man. I like really enjoy you, man. You know, you like one of the prolific DJs in the world. You an MC too now. I seen you get on that mic. So you know what? Tell the people out there briefly about you. Now, everybody in the world know who you are, but just give them a brief history about you, DJ Kid Capri.
I mean, you know, everybody know what I do. Television shows, two big television shows. King of the Mixtape. I started the mixtape, became big on the mixtape. That started the path for everybody else. My style of DJing opened the doors for DJs to do what they do in the parties and stuff like that. And got first one to have an album, and I'm on my third album right now. As you can see, Top Tier. I'm doing a battle rapper album right now. And as a matter of fact, I just finished it with all the top tier battle rappers that's out right now. I did all the beats on it, put them together, and I got tired of hearing battle rappers can't make good records, so I put a dope album with them together. So it's a whole lot of things with my history, man.
Okay, you also have your own artists that you're putting out right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been having my own artists, Buddha Early, you know, my record label, No Kidding, but right now I'm working on the battle rap joint, so this is what the focus is right now.
Tonight. It's just, I'm elated, I'm in awe, I'm so happy for Lady B because she is just so special to me. She is my sister. I love her, and we have been close for many, many years. So for us to be together on this night just makes it so very special for me.
Well, you know, I had Lady B on my TV show, right?
You did.
She paid homage to you like something real big.
Oh my God.
She said you gave her great inspiration, you know what I mean? And we can't forget Rap Digest.
No.
We can't forget that.
No.
She's holding it down.
But you know, Rap Digest only came from her.
Right.
Because Lady B had her show, and Rap Digest was another way of getting rap music out there. There was not enough avenues for rap music to get out there.
Right.
So Rap Digest was created so that rap music would have another venue to get out there. So what happened was, we had no intentions on us being against each other. But the radio stations put us against each other. And so what they didn't know, a lot of people didn't know, is that it would seem like we were kind of like a fight, but that fight was not a fight. It was that we really loved each other, and that we decided we're going to make this work because we wanted the music to be heard any way that it could be heard.
Well, we love you. Whole Philly love you. You are an icon.
Thank you.
You are number one.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Baby Brown, baby. Look, check this out. We're going to start it off, right? A lot of people know who you are, but there might be some people that don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell me how you got into this game, man. What made you want to be into this game, man?
Grinding. I mean, the best thing ever. Grinding, working hard every day. In the studio every day, going hard. I done battled hundreds of people, millions of people. I done been in 100 ciphers. I done did everything, man. I've been grinding since I was like 14. And I've been doing it for a long time. It's starting to pay off now.
Yeah. Like, what was your first moment, right? Take you back, like, when you was like, yo, man, this is something I want to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I got chewed, man. I was rapping. I was like 11, got chewed. I was crying and everything, man. I was mad. I'm like, man, I'm not losing in this no more. ever again. And after that, I said, I'm taking it serious from here on out.
Yeah.
I wanted to fight. I was telling everybody, like, all right, I'm going to be hot one day. And that was it from there on out.
And what part of the city you from, man? Like people say you from here, from there.
I'm from North Philly.
North Philly?
Yeah, from North Philly.
Okay.
North side all day.
Yeah.
I'm repping the whole Philly.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are very successful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know who you are, you know, introduction. Like, I went to one of your shows, right?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, the girls was, like, putting you on stage like you was, like, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, ah!
They like it a whole lot, man. Like it, man. Hard work, man. They fuck.
You know how we do it all day, every day, son? Yo, I'm up Southwest Philly, the Illaduff, man. Chilling with Kendrick, the Family Soul, boy. What's up, man?
What's up, Ronnie? Ronnie?
Yo, man, I'm glad to have you on the show.
Glad to be on this
Now,
show,
introduce yourself, man.
My name is Fatine.
All right.
Straight out of
I'm
Southwest.
Asia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, look, man, when I seen y'all video, right, you had the something joint on,
Yeah.
I was heated.
You was hot?
I was hot. I was burning up. You know what? Hold up. Everybody's there. That's a room. They say you work for SEPTA. Do you work for SEPTA? Let's get it straight.
No.
Ah! The $100,000 question. But you know what? Guess who works for SEPTA? I do. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, I just shot a scene, right, with a SEPTA joint on, right? I was like, yo, I work for SEPTA for real. No, I'm playing around. You know. But look, man.
They paying real good. I'm sorry.
Now, y'all song, I mean, every time I see the video, man, I just go crazy, you know what I mean? And like, it's just everything, the concept. Who came up with the concept of the song?
The concept of the song?
Yeah.
What came up with the concept of that particular song?
Well, you know, we were about 4 months into being new parents, and we were going through all the same stuff that we're singing about in the song, so had to talk about what was real.
And it can't get no realer than that.
Absolutely.
I mean, every scene is shot, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful song. And I mean, actually bring people closer together. Like, if you sit, say you just had an argument with your girl, right? You sitting on the couch, far away, come on, you get closer.
Don't get closer to my woman, Ronnie, right? Rolling, baby.
Hold up, born and raised in Philly, man.
I was born in New Jersey, but I've been raised in Philadelphia.
Okay.
The streets of Philadelphia have raised me well. Yes, sir.
Okay, and what school did you go to?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I'm a transplant here. I married this Philly boy and moved out West Philly,
Okay.
and that's what we've been
And
ever
it's all
since.
good.
Yeah.
Now, name some of the places, like bigger places y'all toured at, you know what I mean? Like where was y'all at, like when the song hit, it hit so hard, so I know everybody's trying to reach out and touch Kendrick. They was like this.
Well, we've been to all of the 50 states
been
for
everywhere.
the most part. We've been
Okay.
as far as Africa, Paris, London.
But you know what? Keep doing your thing. Franchise Live gonna support you. And
Please
hold the
do.
Illaduff is on your back. They riding you. You know what I'm saying? They love Kendrick. They love y'all.
Thank God.
All right? Any
We
shouts
love
out?
them too, baby. We shout out to everybody in Philly. Shout out to Ronnie.
I need you in the
Shout out to
morning.
you if you watching.
I need you in the morning.
You need like a cup
I
of
need you to
coffee.
come to my house and just stand by my bed and just let me
Hot
tell
tamale,
me what's
man.
going on. Yes.
All right, look.
Like the black jelly bean right here. Full of cinnamon.
Yo, y'all ready to check out some more hot videos?
We ready to check out
All right, look. This the boy Ronnie Rock from Franchise Live. Don't get it twisted and keep it Illaduff. We be back with more hot videos for the power of Franchise Live. One.
So I love music and I love showing music videos and I love showing love to people who make music videos. But you must understand, if you pay money to go in the studio, you must pay a VJ like me to put your music video on. You know what I mean? So it's only right. And that's what I feel about it. I got passion about that. People not want to pay, video jocks to play their music videos. They just want to, think you put it on for free, which I do a lot. I show a lot of love. I put a lot of music videos on for free. But if you want rotation, I charge. But if you just want me to bang it drawn out, when I want to bang it out, then that's the way to go.
How did you and Ronnie Ron meet?
Oh man, well, it's no secret. Ronnie Ron work at SEPTA, and that's also where I work. I'm an employee at SEPTA too. And when I first got hired, my cousin was like, "Congratulations" or whatever. He worked there too, but the location I was going to, he was telling me like, "Yeah, you gotta meet my man Ronnie Ron. Though he cool, he gonna look out for you, blah blah blah, so forth and so on." That was, when we first initially met. Before that I would see him around, but we hadn't really met officially. But I met him through there, And you know what I mean? We developed a good relationship. You know, real cool dude, man. That's my guy right there.
What stood out to you about Ron?
I gotta say his personality, man. You know, you got some people that's wishy. I ain't gonna say wishy-washy, but everybody have good days and bad days. But you'll never know really when Ron having a bad day, man, because he always got his head up high, and you know he's a stand-up guy, man. You know, Ron that bull, energetic, coolest dudes you can meet. You know what I mean? And I mess with that.
You got any stories about you and Ron?
I would say a story about Ron. A lot of people don't know. Like I said, he real high energy, energetic, cool guy. But Ron got a dark side. Don't piss Ron off. I remember one day we was at work. Somebody screwed up something, and then had a nerve to get out of line with Ron a little bit, and Ron flipped out. When I say he flipped out, he flipped out. I ain't never seen that side of him before.
DJ Diamond, because I want to congratulate Franchise Live for being the #1 show in the city, holding it down with the hot videos, hot interviews, hot exclusives. Y'all know how they getting it done. Shouts to Ronnie Ryan, holding it down, doing what he do. Franchise Live, congratulations once again. It's your girl Diamond, cuss I'm out. Peace.
Yo, what's up? This is more Ronnie Ryan, Franchise Live. We're gonna twist the heat on the dump. I'm at the old school legend alumni joint tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just got ready to interview my man, Too Tough. You know what I mean? My man Joe Greg is doing this thing together tonight. He got the legends in here, man. And one of the biggest legends in the world, not just Philly, but the whole world, is my man Wow, man. Woo-hoo! What's up, son? What's up?
My man, Ronnie Ryan, one of the hypest guys in the biz, man.
Yes, sir, man.
What's good, baby?
Hey, man, you know what? When I walked in the door, right, he was on the mic killing it, man. Like, no, you lose a step, man.
Oh, man, that was good. Hey, I've been practicing the last couple of weeks because I knew I was going to be here. Yeah, but I'm ready, baby. I'm ready, man. We got legends in the game. This is my man, Ronnie Ryan. And look, that's how I got Larry last.
You know what, man? I've been following you since you came out, man. Like, you was a young buck in the game. Like, when you came to the game, you was everybody's young boy, man. And you was hell, man. And you still here killing the game to the day, man. Hey, what's the secret, Larry? What's the secret, man?
Hey, man, listen, let me say this. I put God first and foremost, and I respect everybody, man. That's why I'm still here. This rap game is about relationships, man. If you cocky, you only got a short run, man. If you down to earth, people will make sure you shine forever, man. And that's real rap.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Everybody like having like my son, he's 15 years old, right? Young Ronnie, he go out there, he rapping all that. We don't meet those at Grandman Chanel, right?
Of course.
And we had Grand Tone and Diamond Cuts.
That's right.
Now, do you have anybody in your family that does what you do?
Yes, my son Yaz. Ooh, Y-A-Z-Z. That's my son Yaz. He's doing it big. I mean, really big. Yeah. Man. He been on tour with Young Jeezy. Been on tour. He did some shows with Meek Mills. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on, man. That's my son. Yeah. To see him pick up that mic and do his thing is a beautiful thing.
And you know he have LK, right? LK. You know what that is, Larry?
No.
Lady Killer, man.
He's like his dad.
Yo, I seen the boy footage. Girls like, ah! Hey, Larry, you gotta be proud, man.
Well, first and foremost, the fact that he's doing something positive with his time, man, I'm proud over that.
Okay.
If it was sports, if it was studying, go to college, whatever it is, man. The fact that he's taking his time and doing something positive and going after his dream, man, is a blessing in itself.
Now, what about your other siblings? What do they do?
I have one of my sons, they in college. Another son, he played basketball real good in sports. And I got a son that's just like his dad. He just float around the city. And just make money somehow, some way.
But you know what? That'd be awesome to be like, yo, man, like, that's my dad. I know that a lot of people see you with one of your sons, some of your kids. I know they be like, do you know who you with? Like, they don't know.
Yeah, hey.
You know what this man is?
Hey, yo, I'll tell you a quick story. I was in my car one day, and my son at the time, he was 5 years old, and my other son was 9. So they're in the back seat. So my son is 5, say, Dad, Mom said you used to rap. And I say, yeah, I was one of the biggest rappers from Philadelphia. Right? So my son 9 say, Dad, kick a rap. So I said, okay. I turned my mirrors pointing to them in the back so I could see them while I was driving. And I just started rapping. So when I got finished rapping, I said to my kids, I said, what do y'all think? Now keep in mind, the mirror is still on them. Right. They looked at each other. They looked back at me and said, that was the worst rap I ever heard in my life. Hey, let me say this real quick. I went to Massachusetts 10 years ago, and I wanted to follow behind my main man, Ronnie. And I said I want to put together a video show. I called it Beyond the Music Television. Ron was the only person that really supported me, and he gave me all these videos to air. So if it wasn't for him, I would have never been in television. So I want to thank you for that,
man. And I understand the next to you that somebody has done so many shows and done a lot of stuff. You know what? I got some footage we use on Rennie's show, right? I gave you the cash. Cash got to give it back to me. Cash money, give me my stuff back. Larry was going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? I want it back. Hey, Cash, you better get back to me, boy. Yo, how can we get at you, man?
You can go to realsportswear.com again and just go under contacts and hit me up, man. You know, I'm always around. You can go on like the Facebook and type in Larry Lab. You can go to Instagram and type in the real Larry Lab. I'm always around, so I'll at you, boy.
Last question, right?
Yes, sir.
We have like youth violence, right, in Philly, right? And I always want to talk to somebody important as your stature, to talk to the people out there. From your end of it, how can we stop or help curb some of this violence in Philadelphia right now? How can we do it, Larry?
I say this, man, and I say this humbly.
Okay.
They only watch these videos and they think what they're doing is cool. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that do all this violence, it's only a matter of time that they are dead or in jail. You know, if you're planning on being a leader, don't get involved with nothing negative. I never got involved with drugs. I never got involved with nothing negative, and I'm still here. And I would love to see some of y'all younger adults be here for the next 10, 20, 30 years, you know. So stay away from negative, you know, negative people. That's real talk.
Yes, sir.
But then we had DJ Khaled, we had Rick Ross, Ludacris, Meek Mills, the whole, man, I mean, we had so many guesses, man. I'd go a beard all the way down to here if I told you all the, guests that we had. Vivian Green, Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, oh man, so many. But like I said, show, and my man Mike Braxton took me down to Gene Carrot, Channel 7, and made it happen. So I was on TV. When Gene first signed me, he put me on 4 hours a night, 7 days a week. And woo, that was love. That was franchise live. And I have a passion for it because I'm a motorcycle rider. I sold my motorcycle for $6,000, and I took every penny of it and got my man Big Star to produce my first TV show, and he did an excellent job. Took it down to Channel 7, and they put me on. And so I just love music. My son Young Hitter is into music. He's a rapper, and I just love music. My passion for music began from when I was in my dancing days. I'm a Philadelphia legend when it comes down to dancing. So,
man, y'all already know what it is. Too out here to checking into the documentary, man. Like, shout out to my dad. It's been a long time coming, you mean? I'm proud of you, Pop. You needed this documentary. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a lot going on, you mean, behind the scenes, on, off camera shit, like you already know. But like, I'm gonna be honest, man, like through all of it, you stuck in there, man. You just kept going, you know what I'm saying? And like, I just wanna like fulfill them steps. But like, yeah, I'm gonna get into it though. This is how I met my dad. I mean, obviously he had me, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Him and my mom got together, you know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, like, you know, I met my dad, like, just growing up, just like, because of course he's my dad, but growing up and like seeing what he was really getting into, like how I found out about that. You know, I used to just be going to like shows with him, multiple celebrities. I'm talking like the biggest celebrities in the world. I was going around, you know, like on tour with my dad. Like, it felt like a tour. I wouldn't even say a tour, but like, it felt like a tour, like, because every night, new celebrity. We was on like, I don't know, man. We was just doing so much stuff, events, like people used to like book events for us. We come through, they got the food out, just everything. It was crazy. Everybody, good vibes, good spirits and stuff. So at the time, like I was a little camera shy, like the celebrities used to be showing me love, like, yo, what's up, little man? Like, trying to talk to me. And I used to be a little camera shy, so I was like, oh man, like, I really want to say nothing. My dad be like, man, you be treating the artists, the celebrities like trash, man. Like, come on, son. Like, you can't treat the celebrities like that. And like, like it's a lot of this crazy stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? But no, I got some heartwarming stories about my dad. I want to share, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, one funny story is, I think it was Kylie, I don't want to say the wrong, because I think it was Kylie Swag, like, at the time, y'all remember they teach me how to Dougie, you're a jerk, you're whatever it was, something like that, right? So they was popping off or whatever, so my dad, I came home from school, my dad like, yo, I'm about to go interview, I think it was Kylie Swag District. I think that's what it was. And I was like, yo, yeah, I like them, dad. They popping. Everybody doing the ringtone drawing, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you want to come, son? Like, you mean everybody want to see him right now? They hot commodity right now, all that. I'm like, yeah, for real. It was crazy because my friends, Warren and Karan, like, they had some, their mom was taking us to the Chinese buffet, so I had went there instead. I went there instead of going to see Kylie Swag District. So my dad was just looking at me like, yo, you lost your fucking Chinese buffet mind, like, you feel me? So like, yeah, that was a crazy story. Now, another crazy story with my dad, I say, like, and it, like, I seen him interview Biggie Small mom, like, you feel me? Like, that was real big. Like, I think that was like a heartwarming story because, like, that's like one of the biggest things. Like, I don't know nobody like who could say, yo, my dad or my brother, sister was with Biggie Small mom. That I don't know personally, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of, man, because there's so many heartwarming stories that I can't even say on camera right now, you know what I'm saying? Because if I was to say that, I'd probably get in fucking trouble or something. My dad be like, man, you said it on the documentary, man. But no, it's so much shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Another heartwarming story I say is like me and my dad, because it's so much, you know what I'm saying? When I was real young, I remember the fat rap I busted on the Grand Canyon joint. It was like on a little cannonball joint. My dad loved it. When I was sitting on the joint, he was like, yo, bust a freestyle. And I bust the rap out. And I think that, like, that in my book bag, like, that was heartwarming stories. Because my dad, he had everybody out there for me, you feel me? He had everybody come out. They was at Squeeze out at Shaw Junior High and all that. And it was in my book bag. And, like, I want to say, like, I was all shy at the time. I didn't want to do the video and all that. I had the mean face on and shit, you feel me? But it really helped me out years down the line because, like, I didn't realize my dad, he was setting me up ahead of time so I could be already advanced in this music shit. And because right now I'm popping. Like, I'm too out hitter right now on the gram, too out hitter YGB. I got a nice music following. I'm doing stuff. I'm known in and out the city. So just for that, like, just in the matter of that, you feel me? Like, it's just like, but I've been certain places and they've been like, yo, I know where your dad is, Ronnie Ryan. I remember you in my book bag. And it's crazy. Like, I never knew at that age that, like, it was going to come back and help me out that much. Cause that just gave me that, to me, I could show people I've been doing it before a lot of rappers. I ain't just rapping to rap. And like, I'm very versatile and changed it up. I done did a lot of stuff. But about my dad, like, another thing that's crazy about my dad, like, I feel like there's some stuff that people don't know about him. Like, on camera, he real, he's a real energetic dude. My dad, he would get a clothes off his back to, like, somebody, to see people win. He want to see everybody win. A lot of people do know that about my dad, actually, but, like, what they don't know is, like, there's nobody really in his corner, like, the way he is in these. Like, it is. Shout out to everybody that's on the documentary that's showing love. And that's not nothing, you feel me? Just, like, seeing what he go through, man, he is strong, man. Rest up to my grandma, my pop-pop, lost both of his parents. And, just, like, he just got his demons. Everybody fighting their demons, but he won't never let y'all see that. He's very strong and, like, very smart, you know what I'm saying? And my dad is the reason where I'm at today, you feel me? It wouldn't be, without my dad, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Let's just say it like that, you feel me? So I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, Dad. I appreciate being on the documentary. Like, I had to slide through this joint, like, you feel me? And just, like, really talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Cause, like, this shit is family, man. Ain't nobody else gonna do it, like, you feel me? We gonna do this shit right. So, shout out Vixen Gang, shout out Trizzy Lamar for holding it down, my dad. You really been in his corner, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out everybody on your team. Shout out YGB. Shout out everybody. Shout out my dad. Shout out Grand Wizard Rasheen. Shout out everybody on the list, like As Wide for the some of the clips. Shout out Cash Money. Everybody that could have slid through the joint that fuck with me, that's fucking with my dad. Shout out to y'all, man. Really appreciate y'all. We love y'all. keep showing us love, man. 2Y2YA, let's get it.
You know, that's definitely a stepping stone, you know, and it takes a real one to help create another real one, you know what I mean? Because, you know, and it takes a real one to be, you know, like in that same circle, you know, real recognize real. And, you know, it's good to have that energy and those type of people around you that can get you, you know, to your next level. Because everybody, no matter what anybody say, I don't care what kind of artistry you in, whatever field you in, you learn something from somebody.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so that's a blessing in itself. So shout you out for that, you know, and that's dope. You know, I'm glad that you know, like you learned from him in different ways, you know.
Because at first I couldn't host.
Rest onto things. Okay?
I'm gonna be honest with you. At first I couldn't host. Oh, you should have heard me. I'm sitting in front of the world. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I messed up. My bad, bro, for messing up on our first interview. But guess what he did? He still ain't give up on me.
Okay.
And this was like, it started off, you know, just let me rap on TV with, when he was on, he had a show, it was a show called Magazine Showcase.
Okay.
And Napoleon let him host.
Oh, yeah?
So instead of him just hooking himself up, he hooks up me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm like every time, big bro, I'm going to say this big bro, because that's bro to me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him just leveling himself up, he uplift other people around him. So it was like, he went to TV. He took me to TV with him.
That's dope. Because they help you get into the development, you know, that you're in now. You know, like you're doing a videography. You know what I mean? You're doing all of that stuff. You're doing graphic design and you're doing everything. So it's like that goes back into learning stuff from people. So that's dope because you know, that helps you help other people. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing that keeps on giving. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing to be around people that's like that. That you can have that type of person in your circle, because it's not a lot of people that's out here that's like that. And some people are so selfless and selfish that they only focus on themselves. You know what I mean? So shout out, you know, to him.
And shout out to you too, Quinn.
How did I meet Ronnie Ron? I didn't actually meet Ronnie Ron until about a couple years after watching Air 247, aka Franchise Live. Like my grandma didn't have cable, so she didn't really care about cable. So watching videos was something I wasn't able to do unless I was over a family member house or with someone that had cable. And at some time, like I say, she didn't care about cable, wasn't gonna get cable, none of that. So it was two channels that pretty much helped us out. It was Channel 48, there was a TV show on there, and then it was also Channel 7 and Franchise Live with Ronnie Ron. I said Ronnie Ron was interviewing everybody. When I say interviewing everybody, man. And I'm like, wow, this is not on cable, but he got all the big celebrities, the Gillies, anybody that's somebody in the game, the Busta Rhymes, anybody that was somebody, they was pretty much on that joint. So I'm like, man, as an up and coming rapper, I'm like, I have to meet this guy so I can be his co-host or something to try to help my goal, like of being a rapper and getting close to the people I'm trying to get close to. So years passed by, and I got a chance to meet Ron, and I was telling him, hey Ron, I told him who I was, showed him my MySpace and all that stuff at the time. I think it was MySpace at the time. Showed him all the work I was doing. I was like, yo, I would love to be like your co-host, your young adult co-host. Because at the time, the other TV show that was on showing videos, they just acquired a young co-host. And I'm like, damn, he need that on his joint. So I acquired it to him. He was like, he would it, but at the time I had so much on my plate that I couldn't fulfill the obligations that I set out to do. So fast forward a couple years later, I moved out Southwest, me and my fiance. Ron happened to be down the street from me. It was like, as soon as I seen him, it was like we had been talking to each other forever. I mean, because the love was still there. I mean, he's like, yo, let's have a meeting. I sit down. You still want your thing with the show? I'm on cable TV now. We still running. I'm like, damn, man. And it felt good to see Ron still on the air because years have passed. I mean, I'll say years have passed. We about 19 years running now. Longest running TV show in Philadelphia. So that was a major accomplishment. And to be a part of that, that was like super major, man. So I mean, we had to meet and we sat down. And Ron was like, I'm gonna make you my co-host. I'm like, dope. And this before I had the puppet, before Rico was even around. And I started off with the co-host, but I think that same day in the meeting, he was like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna make you the vice president. I mean, he made me the vice president of the TV show, told me I got the opportunity to put people on TV, to help people get seen and build my brand, expand my brand more. Like I said, there was an opportunity. I'm like, damn, yo, I went from always wanting to be on TV to now not only on TV, but able to put people on TV. All because of Ronnie Ron gave me an opportunity. I mean, so, like I said, man, I thank Ron, man. I thank Ron for coming up with the idea to do Franchise Live. Without Franchise Live, we didn't have no outlet. We didn't have the BETs to get up and go to. Ron was our BET. Ron was our MTV. Ron was our The Box. Ron was everything for us here. I mean, so with that, I give him his flowers. And I tell him, like, Ron, you are a legend. We appreciate you. My family appreciate you. Boss, giving her a position, assistant vice president, like, we like, that's, he helped change our life. I mean, and we're able to help change other people's life, man. So shout out to Ronnie Ron, man. Salute you. Air 247, aka fucking Franchise Live, man. #1 TV show, #1 network on TV. My name Trizzy the Mouth, man. Ron, I love you, man. Keep on doing this. We ain't done yet. We got many more years to keep killing it. Shout out to Young Hitter. Shout out to Stephen J. Shout out to Boss, Young Cat, Ivy. Everybody's on the team, man. Let's keep on making this joint float. 2021 to beyond. Air 247. Okay. Nah, man. Like dealing with Ron is like super easy. Ron is like one of the easiest person to work with because his energy is always on the beam. And then he's open for suggestions. He's not like one of them bosses, like, no, I gotta go this way, or it's the highway. Ron, like, how are we gonna make this work? What we gotta do to make this work? I mean, like, what's the plan? And he give me and Boss a lot of control to make Air 247 what we're trying to make it and what he wanted to be. I mean, so like, I'm grateful for that, man. I can never tell him I'm not grateful for that.
All right, this is Big D, MMB. Here talking about my brother, the one and only, Ronnie Ron, Franchise Live. First time I met Ron was at my brother, DJ Cash Money's house. My brother Ron, man, I can go on about Ron. Best thing I can say, Ron, is his endurance, his integrity. The brother just don't stop, no matter he's down, he gets back up, he keeps it moving, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he built the whole franchise. You know what I mean? Philly legend. You know what I mean? Air 247. I mean, the videos, the conferences, everything, man. It's like, you know what I mean? He just don't stop, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of him, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, me and Ron, you know, we go back, man. We've been in videos together, you know what I'm saying? We've been on the road together. We've done a lot together, you know what I'm saying? And his brothers, you know, he should be celebrated more than he is. And, you know what I'm saying? Like MMB, you know what I mean? Money Making Brigade, you know what I'm saying? Exclusive club, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can be in it. In it, you know what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I want Philly, man, show this brother some love. You know what I mean? I always do, always represent. And you know what I'm saying? You know, just keep, you know, everybody tune in. You know, 24/7. You know what I mean? CEO Ronnie Ron. You know what I mean? He's done interview all these big stars out here now. He's interviewed them before they blow up. You know what I mean? So listen, show my brother some love. It's a documentary, man. I'm here no matter what I do. And you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, shout out, salute, you know what I'm saying, MMB all day. Much love, you know what I mean, shout out to Lil Ron, you know what I'm saying, the whole MMB crew. Shout out to my brother, DJ Cash Money, you know what I mean, so, salute.
Franchise Live show with Ice.
Greetings. My name is Aswad Abdul Haibi. I'm the producer, director of Studio 2 Productions. I'm here today to comment on my very good friend, Ron Newsom, franchise dancers, and franchise has somehow been involved with his name ever since I met him. He created the hook and he maintained it. Ron, this is for you, buddy. I was asked to comment on your documentary, and while I have so much to say, it only means how much tape you have. So let me make it short and to the point. How I met Ron. I met Ron when I was holding auditions. I had produced a Kitty Disco TV show. We did one segment, and we broadcast it. Got a lot of noise from it, positive noise. And then we had to produce 3 more, so we would have 4. 4 shows would allow us to sell a series for new release and then a repeat. So in the process of getting ready for the next 3 shows, I held auditions at the Swan Club. It was up near Broad and Albany. Guy let me come in on Sundays. And at that time, there was no video, so I was shooting 16 millimeter film. Probably one of the few people in Philadelphia that owns 16 millimeter cameras, know how to shoot them, know how to load them. And back before video, you had to be on point. You couldn't be driving around with 16 millimeter film because there wasn't no, let me see how it looks and go back and do another take. Had to be right the first time. So we were shooting 16 millimeter film at the Sunday talent shows. And then we would show them to the acts that we liked next week. So they would come back and see themselves on film. This really created a lot of noise. Every Sunday, and I can't remember too many that he didn't show, but Ron was there. Ron was there with his group of franchise dancers. And they had a great show, well-coordinated, young guys, you know. As a matter of fact, before then, Ron used to come through when I was had a studio at 5126 Market Street. I was managing a band called the Freedom Express. And now that I remember, Ron used to come through on that. So Ron has always been involved with music and entertainment in some way or the other. So we got reacquainted at the Swan Club. We were rehearsing, practicing, getting ready, trying to have fresh, continuous talent. And we moved from the Swan Club to a spot down in Center City called the Serendipity. Another buddy of mine had this great disco club. Let me come in on Sundays, bigger spot, centrally located. And we started really getting ready. This was maybe like in the second year. As we were getting ready, Ron and his group would come down on Sundays. They loved to perform. They loved to hang out. It was a preteen kid thing, and they fit right in. So we had a lot of fun there. You know, a lot of groups came through, a lot of pop-up groups, a lot of people that were managing and trying to find opportunities for their groups came through. And that's where we met Ron. Now, another question was what made Ron stood out, or why did he stand out? He was a young guy. You could tell that he was putting a lot of work in. I could tell the ones that came in and rehearsed and didn't get sharper, because that was the criteria for being a part of the group. You had to continue to get better. We had a studio at it was 71, in the 7100 block of Ogons. Can't remember the exact address. But we had an ad in the paper, Kitty Disco TV show looking for talent. And so a lot of groups are coming through to audition. And the studio time was free. All you had to do was be consistent. So they would come up maybe once a week, twice a week, depending on how aggressive and how into it they were. And we would rehearse them and tighten them up, and they just had to look good and better every Sunday. So that's kind of how we met Ron. That's what stood out about him to me. That he was always polished. He either had a new song, a new routine. These guys were flipping and splitting, and their syncopation was just immaculate. They were like, I mean, they moved as one person. Heartfelt stories. Heartfelt story. Brother Ron has been like a son or brother to me. I'm not gonna say baby brother, but if he wants to hang that on me, I'll take it. He's a good young man. Ron always popped up, you know, even after we taped the shows, and he just stayed on point. You know, I was always there, always hollering, "What's happening, Aswad? How you doing? I'm doing this, I'm doing that." You know, keeping me posted. And one of the things that stood out that I didn't know anything about until after the taping, and I'll get into that before I shut off. But on this particular day, countdown, we had rehearsed, we were ready. I picked out the acts, I did the script. I hired a video production company to come in. I wanted it done right. We had like maybe 4 cameras on the floor. We had set up the engineering room in the back behind the stage. And the show was on. Everybody was ready. So one group, dance group, came through, and they weren't tight. You know, they weren't consistent. So the day of the taping, they came in. We said, "No, man, you're too late. You know, we already got the script. We got it timed out. There's only so many acts we can put on each show, and you blew it. You know, maybe the next time you come through, man, we'll do it again." So they were pissed off. And from what I understand, they went into the kids' pockets. Everybody put on their costumes, and they had their money, their trans pants, whatever, in their pockets. They go in and rob the, these are kids, went in and robbed the kids that had put on their costume, put on their gear. Somehow, the franchise dancers, or Ron had found out about it. They go out, catch the guys, beat them up, take the money back, come back in and did the show. Now, I didn't find out about this until after the show. But that's kind of, you know, that's one of the adventures of taping the Studio 2 review. Another thing that really was a heartfelt story was when he brought me into his family, introduced me to his son. His son calls me Uncle Aswad. We hung out. Any personal problems, anything that I could help him with, he knew I was there for him. So we all have crises, but it's always good to have somebody that knows a little bit more about you, who can help you see things a little clearer when you know, you're jammed up and you know, you're in the man's crosshairs. And he trusted me enough to bring me in on that. You know, we worked together on quite a few issues. That really stood out, because you're supposed to use your friends. You're just not supposed to abuse your friends. And that's what was happening with Ron. You know, he used me. I don't mind it. I loved it. But he never abused me. You know, he was always courteous, well-raised. You could tell that he had home training. And he had a mission. The other story is when we actually were taping the show, and we were down to like the last act on the show. And they said, "Well, we need one more act, and we're getting ready to sign up, blah, blah, blah." So I contacted her. I said, "Ron, you got something for me?" "Yeah, man, I got something for you, man. Let me at him." Man, that's probably the one we're going to show you. Hot Number. I think that was well, I don't want to call it to him because I might be wrong. But they kill it. They killed it, man, with something I never seen before. They got into a little thing, man, where they looked like they was fighting, and they knocked it. One of them knocked the other one down and flipped around, and they caught him, and oh man, what a great act. I mean, when we broadcast the show in V3, and we also broadcast it in Baltimore, everybody wanted to know where the franchise dancers were. At that time, everybody had matured and kind of went their separate ways. But what an act, what a great act. And I want you guys to look out for Ron Newsom, Ronnie Ron, because he's coming. And you help him in any way you can. I've been at it for a long time. I've had the bumps and bruises, the double cross, the haters, whatever you go through when you are trying to break out of the ghetto, when you trying to step outside the crab basket. And I'm pretty sure he's went through that just like any other entertainer. They'll tell you, you know. It's great times when you're up there getting that applaud and you know that you did a great job. But you got so many people that won't do a damn thing. All they can do is find something to complain about and never have anything good to say about you. You went through all of that. I'm pretty sure Brother Ron went through it too. But it never stopped him. Never stopped him. So Ron, hope this helps. I'm here for you if you need me. It took us a while to get this together, but I hope it works for whatever project you're working on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tommy Brown. I hail from Philadelphia. I'm a new Hollywood actor. How I met Ronnie Ron? Well, I had my own television show that was called Headbanger Video, based out of New Haven, Connecticut. And back in 2007, I was looking to bring the TV show to Philadelphia from New Haven, Connecticut. And 2008, I happened to be looking in the paper and I saw an ad, you know, it had Ronnie Ron's name, had Franchise Live on there. So, excuse me, I gave him a call, and I didn't think he was gonna answer. I figured a secretary or something was gonna answer, but he answered himself. So right then and there, that told me something about him. But he answered, and I told him about my TV show called Headbanger Video, which is in Connecticut. I'm trying to get it to Philadelphia. I'm the host of the show. And this man actually came to my house. He said, you know what, where do you live? I gave him my address. He came to my house. When he pulled up, it was like the whole block came out. And he remembered that story. The whole block came out wondering where was Ronnie Ron going. He came to my house, and I put the show on for him, and he probably took about 30 seconds. He said, cut it off. And he cut it off. I was looking at him, I was like, wow, what is he gonna say? And he said, y'all on. You know, and from that day, he opened that door to put me on television, is how I gained a big fan base. My show ended up getting on TV in 9 cities. I was on 9 cities on air, and that just opened up a whole fan base for me. And that's what led to me now, you know, acting. I'm doing Hollywood films now. So that's how I met Ronnie Ron. He introduced me to television. And I always told him, I go up there and get my Oscar, his name's definitely going to be mentioned. So he has a lot to do with my career as a whole. You know, he the one that opened the door for me to just go in and network, man, and just... This is where I am now doing Hollywood films. I definitely appreciate Ronnie Ron for that. What stood out to me about Ronnie Ron? What stood out to me about him is his demeanor. He's a very kind, caring person. He would get the shirt off his back. You know, he's a good listener too. If you have, like, he's the type person that if you're going through something, he's somebody you would want to talk to because he cares. And he's going to be honest with you. He's going to tell you how he feels. That's what stood out to me the most about Ronnie Ron, is his demeanor. You know, and his heart basically is what stood out to me. As far as the story about Ronnie Ron, the story is how we met. You know, from that day he said, y'all on. I've been on his show several times. He's been on my show several times. So we just had a lot of great stories on interviewing each other back to back. There's been events I didn't know he was going to be, and I popped up. He ended up interviewing me right then and there. So same thing. He popped up at some events I had. I interviewed him right then and there. But far as a heartfelt thing about Ronnie Ron is his heart. You know, the man has a very good heart. There's not many people like that left around, you know, and everything that he's done for people is why he's blessed the way he is now, that he, you know, he has his own network. He deserves his own network. Shout out to Air 247 and Rico. Shout out to you too. But yeah, Ronnie Ron is a good-hearted guy. He opened the door for me, and when I give that speech to get my Oscar, his name will definitely be mentioned. Y'all have it on record that I said it. You know, I am a Hollywood actor, a new Hollywood actor now, and I owe a lot to Ronnie Ron for opening that door for me, you know, to host my own television show. That's how I gained the fan base, and here I am doing Hollywood films. So shout out to you, Ronnie Ron, man. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You already know, man. Love you, brother.
My name's Trez Jenkins. I met Ronnie Ron 2001. We both were working for SEPTA. And I ran into Ronnie Ron in the break room. And we both was talking about where we come from. He was telling me some of the things that he was doing. He was dancing for Franchise Live, DJ Cash Money. So he was a music guy. I told him I was from a group, B.O.B. We did R&B hip hop, and that was our connection. And he also told me that, you know, over a period of time, he told me about a guy he knew named Randy Williams that was looking for some actors to play in this independent film called Without a Badge. So Ronnie Ron passed the information on, because at that time he wasn't able to make, you know, the casting call or the tryouts or the auditions. So, you know, through that, I met Randy Williams, the director, became one of his actors. Later on down the line, I became one of his cameramen for B footage. And I learned a lot of things from this guy. And over the years, I've developed a skill in filmmaking. And that's when I produced the documentary, The Legacy of Blumberg Projects. But Ronnie Ron was he was always a guy with a lot of energy, man. He got a lot of energy. And but I take my hat off to him for staying steady and pushing his dream. He used to tell me about a radio station he had built from the ground up. That was Franchise Live, I believe. And he used to tell me a lot of things about music and things he's done in the business and dancing and all those things. So Ronnie Ron is a cool guy, man. I appreciate him giving me some wisdom and learning some things from him early on 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago, bro. But I appreciate you, Ronnie Ron. Keep doing the good work. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, he has a platform, a video music platform, 24/7. Download the app. Hot videos. Nothing but the best. Peace. One of the things that stood out about Ronnie Ron, whenever we had break, we were in that break room. He used to be doing his all popping and locking and everything. I couldn't challenge him because I'm not a popping and locking type dude or dancer. So, yeah, Ron was a funny boy, man. Ronnie Ron was a very funny guy, man. Yeah, but he's a good brother. One of the other things that I love about Ronnie Ron, is his commitment as a father. So he's one of the guys I seen at the time when we met in SEPTA break room. We talked about children and our kids. And that was another thing that me and him brainstormed on. And he's very serious about his son. And hearing what I was going through with the drama with my son's mother at that time. It was heartfelt and fulfilling to know that I can talk to another brother about, the situations that most fathers go through when you're one of the good ones, in a sense of taking care of your responsibilities as a father. So I learned a lot early on from a brother like that as well, and through my journey in life. Just take care of your son. Take care of your responsibilities as a father. He was one of the first guys outside of my neighborhood that I seen going strong to make sure his son was taken care of, no matter what. So big ups to all the fathers that's doing what they're supposed to do as a father, and don't take anything for granted. Love your children and show them how to be that man. Peace out.
I flip styles all the time. 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 I'm original. I'm original. I flip styles all the time. I'm original.